This fall, I was at a conference in Phoenix, Arizona, and some of the women who are attending this retreat were there as well. And so after meeting me, one of them reached out and said I had to be here, that I had to come to the Empowered Feminine Leadership Retreat and meet all the rest of the women that had already signed up to be here. For me, it's a new way of looking at leadership, like the qualities that we would attribute to people who are leaders. And so personally, I see it as, leadership that focuses on collaboration over competition, that embraces intuitive guidance as well as analytical insight, and that really brings community together and focuses on guiding through culture and influence over having direct control or power, and it's about the structures, the structures that empowered feminine leaders are creating today are not hierarchical. There's new forms, including the circle, which I'm experiencing here at this retreat, that I think are extremely powerful and needed in the world today, especially the world of leadership. It has been incredible. It's been incredible because I decided to say yes a little bit late and I wasn't sure what to expect. And as soon as I said yes, I knew I had to be here. I stepped onto the ground of this beautiful place and instantly just felt like I had found a group of women who were so beautiful, just gorgeous human beings, focused on creating change in the world that really has an impact and that is important. And I started to see myself as one of them. And I think that was so touching to feel that shift in myself. And I knew that I could see that in the sisters in the circle with me, that by coming together, we actually felt how big of a deal this was, that we were meant to create this change and that we each hold this piece that the other sister also can help us with or contribute. And we're creating these relationships to help support one another in a way that I could never have expected or seen from the outside. I couldn't be more impressed with Dawn, because the way that she creates and holds space is something I've never experienced before. It's very genuine and honest, and she's not afraid to take a moment for herself and be in the experience with the people who are going through it. And I love that there's no separation between the leader and the rest of us, that we're really in ceremony together as one, and she's going through these experiences with us. And at the same time, holding that beautiful container, and everyone can feel not only her wisdom, but her strength. Her ability to do that is beautiful. I really see her as a beautiful reflection of the possibility of holding ceremony in that way. It's something that I would like to do, is hold ceremony. And she does it so easily and so gracefully that it feels like something to aspire to. It feels like through this relationship, I am being gifted someone who has not only the skills, but the joyful personality that embodies how I would like to hold those ceremonies. And so I feel so grateful to see that mirror and reflection of what could be possible for me in the future with further training with her and further deepening into our work together. I think it's for anyone who's been called to create, big change in the world, but they also at the same time feel the weight of that responsibility, that maybe they have times of falling back into patterns of self-doubt or feeling a lack of confidence. And there's something about this experience and the way that it's set up that it helps you release that. It helps you clear that self-doubt and step into your own empowered confidence that you are meant to create that change and that it is possible. And not only is it possible for you, it's possible for everyone around you. And you don't have to do it alone. And I think that's the biggest gift, is that this really helps you feel like you're a part of the community that is changing the world and bringing these empowered feminine leadership qualities into being in ourselves, in our communities, and in the world, at large. I just feel like this is an auspicious time. This is an auspicious time. This is a moment where women are being asked to step forward in ways that may be a little uncomfortable and that they might feel like they're not prepared for in some ways. And I would say to the woman who is having that experience to just take the first step, the next step, and to know that there are people out there and groups and communities that can support you along the way, right? So if you're feeling like this is your time to step into leadership, this is what you want to do, you don't have to have this lengthy plan or even 10-step process for yourself. You really just need to know what your next step is. And I would encourage anyone that feels like this is their next step to just say yes and let the rest of it unfold for them through the experience that they will have here.